is expected to speak to the media on his communication. It was a reminder of his previous communication sent to the House of Representatives regarding the increment of salaries staffers at the legislature. Good afternoon, Chief.
Hi, good afternoon, and thank you for the various media institutions that are here. I want to say welcome to the Capital Building Office, and then I'm happy to be with you this afternoon. Thank you very much.
You send your communication. You send your communication reminding your colleagues on the increment of staff or salary, and that communication was sent back to a committee that of which you were very angry and started speaking out on that issue. Okay, do you care to tell us more what prompted your actions?
Well, thank you very much. I'm getting a little bit disappointed at the level of the national legislature, because of the manner form in which communications, issues that borders around the happiness of the people are being treated at time. When I entered this place, I was given a package by the chief clerk office. There were certain documents in that package that has to do with the remuneration of the workers here, the central administration, all the political staffers here. They gave me all the payrolls that they needed to take as a take-home salary. And then I decided to do an economic analysis of the market, forces what the person is taking home as a salary at the end of the month. And the government of Liberia, the PRT table, which is the personal income tax table, it is clear that the only way the government of Liberia will not take a tax from an individual, he or she must be able to earn $70,000 liberty per year annually. So if you earn $70,000 liberty per year, that's the only way government will not take income tax for you. Now, if you divide the $70,000, by the number of months, you will come around some level around some 5,000 plus. If you divide that money by the prevailing rate on the market, it means that the Liberian government is telling us that you must be able to, you should be making around $30 US or $29 before they will not take tax from you. So it means any of making $50, $75, $40, you are eligible to pay tax because the PRT table is clear. So when we look at the pay grade of the people here from our political staff, the central administration, even the plenary staff that we call the secretarial staff, the salary was not encouraging. This is the first branch of government where the people work on a daily basis. So when I look at the salary, I thought it was not okay, and I proposed to the colleagues at the time that, look, while it is true that we are workers, we here, but the first thing is that let us make sure that these staffers that come to work here, see how the place is clean, how the place is nice. It is the work of the staffers. When we are about to have a meeting here, we call the street, arrange the conference hall, arrange my office. These people will be taking something, that will be able to commensurate with the challenges that are out there with the market forces. And I put it to the communication on the floor. To my utmost surprise, all our colleagues gave a cold shoulder. All our colleagues did not support it. All our colleagues were playing mockery. And then we discussed it. It went into committee room. I also highlighted another thing within the communication that, look, I am a young man. I'm from Plebo-Solokin district. There are certain positions that need to be ascribed to the office of a representative. For example, youth coordinator in the district, women coordinator in the district. People with physically challenged, they also vote for, they also need to be there. The religious community, religious advisor in the district. So these positions are necessary to be added to your position so that they will be able to be a reflection of what is happening in your district. We had our communication, they sent to committee. Can you imagine since 2024, when we came? They did it up to that time, they could not do anything. We came back again in 2025. I reminded them again about the increment of the central administration, the secretarial staff in the plenary, and our political staffers in our offices. They also played deaf ear on that again. Today again, because now the government of Liberia has just told the world that they have submitted $1.2 million budget $1.2 million budget, $1.2 billion budget to the House of Representatives, which of course is true. It's on the internet. So that $1.2 billion budget that is being submitted, economically speaking, if money is in your pocket, you have the ability to access goods and services at your satisfaction. So we are arguing. We reminded them again that, look, in 2024, over the years, you've been playing lip services in regards to the workers in this place and our political staffers. You've been playing lip services with it. We remind them again that with the presentation of the 1.2 billion budget, the staffers in this place, central administration, our political staffers in our various offices, and the staffers that are serving us in the plenary section, we call them the stenographers or the secretarial staff. These individuals should also be looked at as we go towards the 2026 $1.2 billion budget. Today, again, to my almost surprise, a colleague of ours, we wanted us to have this thing discussed once and for all so that we can see colleagues who are here, that central administration staffers are serving us, our office staffers are serving us, the secretarial staffers are serving us to see what they are saying on that identical communication. But you saw right there, as soon as it was open, you saw almost everybody like to say they have announced a dev news. And in plenary, everybody was quiet. Like all communication comes out, you hear them, and information. I want to provide one. You could not hear anybody. At the end of the day, I was struggling there, making sure that to have it open so that it could be adequately discussed and see their position. Because these staffers that are here, they don't see the people position when we're in leadership. They don't see the people position when they're in different meetings where the major decisions are made. But you only see the representative passing around. Oh, I'm not going to how you do it. So I wanted them to make their position clear in public as to whether they're in line with the increment of the staff, political staff benefits, as to whether they're in line with the increment of the central administration staff benefit, as to whether they're in line with the secretarial staff in plenary benefits. By the end of the day, they did what they could do. They took a motion and they said they sent it back to committee room, which of course I've been one person. I disagree with the banner informing which communication that appears on the floor be sent to committee room. You understand what I'm saying? Every communication that appears on that floor must be a little bit discussed so that people will know what necessitated that communication or what is in that communication for which individual has placed it on the floor. But every time you bring it, they say, send it to committee room. And when anything goes into committee room at the end of the day, it says 2 days, 3 days. As soon as they come, they put it into what we call a discharge petition. When it discharges it, it means that it has not been discussed. It has not been spoken about. So how you expect the Liberian people to know what is in the communication? So what's the same thing today? We have talked about the salary increment here over again. It has not been discussed. Every time you do it, they say, send to committee. When you go to the committee room, there have been no report. So today again, it has been sent to committee room again on ways, Mr. Finance. We hope that these political actors that are here, political leaders, and even people that are here will be able to make sure that they work in the committee room again to see how best our staffers from our offices, the central administration staffers, make sure that the people will get something in this project here. Because the people are finding it very difficult. So now they say, oh, the people, at the end of the day, oh, the people can be asking for small things. Yes, they need to do that. Because if you do the transportation analysis to bring them and carry them back, and how much for rest on the market, how much for oil, how much for all the things, somebody taking 150 and probably taking income tax for them. How much will they carry home? How much for school fee? How much for the rent? So we need to be very serious and deliberate about making sure that these people are taking home something so that at the end of the day, they will leave here tomorrow. That during the time of Anthony Williams, at least I able to get it and I'm part of myself. That's what I'm saying.
I think the lawmakers are insensitive to the plans of their own people.
You not recognize Chief, please go ahead with your question.
So thank you so much, Chief. You shouldering this advocate and some of your colleagues trying to play their ear to ear. You think what is the major problem for which something that is concerning them, they are paying their ear to it?
This place, and they always say this place is a political, house. So they want to play politics with everything. But for me, I am a revolutionary. I always told people I am a revolutionary. What I say out there, I will say in here. And if you give me the opportunity to reach to the table that distribution is taking place, what I say out there, I will say on the distribution table. Because I'm a man of my word. Those who know me, they know me. I don't joke with what I say out. I don't joke with what I say in. You understand? So if they are playing politics, you see, like somebody was saying, another confusion that they just did is that they're trying to confuse us with the issue of COS getting car and that of the salary. I think one of the colleagues from Bon County was arguing, why is it COS one car and then you ask about increment? Which one will take? So these are pockets of resistance, debates or distraction. You understand it? So if the COS say, if somebody probably says COS should get car, economically speaking, challenge anybody. Money in the pockets, more money in the pockets, enable you to access goods and services. You don't need to buy the COS car. Can increase the salary of the people here. Each and every one will go to the bank, they will take a loan, they will service their own car. But if you buy the man taking $600, the government library is taking $140 US from the man for income tax. When you get to the bank charges at the end of the level $400. You get him car, what will you do? If you increase that man's salary, he can be able to buy a car for himself. He can be able to do other things for himself. All about working the private sector, their salaries are increased. And you don't see them get their own private cars around passing. They have their own private cars. You don't have to buy them car. So they use the COS car as a justification to say, oh, there's a conflict in the billing between COS say they want car, they say they want to increase the poor money. So where do you stand? I have told them repeatedly that the issue that has to do with the COS car, it makes no sense. What makes sense is that to increase the people's salary, at the end of the day, you'll be able to buy a car for themselves. To do it. So you don't have to tell me to get a COS car. So the COS argument that have been introduced, it is a calculated thing to sway the debate. So the argument here is that we will make sure that the salary of these people will be increased in this place. And I will make sure when the budget is being discussed, anything that is being discussed in that budget has to do with increment of the salary of these people, when it is being counterproductive, I will address it.
Okay, so let's take
Honorable Williams.
I don't want anything from you.
Let me inform. So Honorable
If I want you might probably get problem.
When your communications was read and the movement was about to make the motion, your body expression was looking frustrated. Were you frustrated, especially disagreeing with you where you wanted him to open it up for discussion?
Yes, you know, most of the time you see my body expression is that I expect you, a colleague of ours, right, to know the importance of such a communication. And now, the flow, you must run a campaign on the flow before your communication be open, right? You saw me going to the deputy speaker and when I consulted with him, and when I brought him, I said, oh, just to make him allow the communication to be open for the discourse for equipment in the staff, I brought one of his confidants, which is Judy Fatuma. We are one side about her. So I told him, say, I'm by a sister, allow her open the communication. He said, okay. But at which time, I don't know, it's a flow game. It's a fighting game. So at the end of the day, when they read the communication and then Judy put her hands up to take the motion so that I can open about discuss it, it just went and slipped into my brother, the colleagues of ours here, which is Marco Thomas. And then he took the motion and she said, oh, what is happening? So that was my disappointment. Because we needed to discuss that communication on the floor. I just want to see who all are on path in terms of what to do for the people in this place, my brother. I don't want any political game of what I'm doing. I'm sincere in what I'm doing. I'm very, very much passionate about it. I don't want any kind of political support for anybody, but I just look at the human face. I myself, I know the constraint I'm facing. When I was coming, I know what I face here. You know what I'm saying? So when we come here, we look at the market forces on the market, what is happening there, and what they take home, it's not encouraging. So we got to go for it sincerely, not on any political game. So he took a motion. I will live by it, the minority have their say, the majority have their will at the level of the national legislature. So but I know that at the end of the day, this 2026 national budget, we will do everything possible. We will push everything possible that at least something must be added on these people money in our personal staff, in our offices and team. We must do that. We can't be here and people family working for us at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Somebody public using a bathroom. The entire public using one bathroom, and somebody wife or somebody daughter or somebody's sister go in that bathroom and clean it. Just by cleaning it, they inhaling the urines. Do you know the health hazard that is associated with it? Do you know the medical effect that is associated with it? They got no mouths. When you leave around, they're putting water there. You walk the floor, they clean the place. All the things they play on you as a human being to be able to do something for the people. But every time you come to the debate, it's just like I'm disappointed. But I'm sure that this time we'll be able to work with them to make sure that our people be able to get something, the 2020. We're going to get 1.2 billion here, and then the staff in the play can I be able to get access to some of these things.
Let me just pass you with this question.
Okay.
Right. You openly say that you are the electoral CMC. What is it?
Oh, okay, no. Musa Hassan Benede and I on the same political party, the CPP, even though it had been dissolved, he are the same political party. But, usually when Musa comes for section, people like to provoke him, people like to give him problem, and you can only see he alone, struggling on the floor to justify or to defend what he wants to do. And then legislatively, I'm a floor fighter. So I have offered him a pro bono. And on the floor to be able to be the legislative spokesman when we are in session. But when we out, no, I'm not a spokesman for CPP. I mean CNC. So on the floor, and then by the go again, most legislatively, I will make sure that I will arrest you intellectually to put it in your place.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.